You just want to talk a little bit about how your team played tonight?
Well, our team played fantastic. I mean, the Wayzata team is a very, very good team. We knew that coming in. They're the number one seed. They had a lot of good wins this year. They took a lot. I mean, they took EP to their closest victory this year, 9-7. So we knew coming in that they're a good team. We knew they had, there's not a one go-to player really on their team. It's more of a go to everybody, and the cutting was big. And we really kind of emphasized their cutting, and our guys did such a great job. I mean, with such a good team, I mean, you can only kind of hinder them. You can't just completely stop them. So our defense did a great job, I thought. Offensively, we did exactly what we worked on. The guys did exactly what they worked on in practice, and it worked. Every time they moved the ball, it absolutely worked. So they just played it as a team. Starting out this year, I think we got a little too much into the ISO, into it's me type stuff. I mean, I think we've won 8 or 9 in a row. We're sharing the ball. I mean, on 14 goals some days, we have 12 assists. Mm-hmm. So the guys really, really are sharing the ball, and they're really understanding what it means to play team lacrosse, and look where it's gotten us. So I definitely put all of it on them.
You mentioned Wayzata was the number one seed. How'd you approach this game, knowing a lot of people thought you might have been the underdog? And what was it about this team that you think could overcome that and beat the top seed?
We've been an underdog all year. Everybody thinks we're an underdog, and we were an underdog last year. I mean, going into sections, and we took a great EP team who went to the state title, 3-2 going into the fourth quarter. So we love being the underdog. We know we're going to be the underdog, probably going into one of the games in state. So we're just gonna take it like we always do, and we're just gonna go in there and prove that we can play lacrosse. And these kids just want to do that. They love being the underdog because they love just flying under the radar. We flew under the radar all year, and they keep coming in. How are we not ranked? How are we not ranked? We don't want to be ranked, Now they're starting to see why, because take us lightly, and this is what what they do. They really come out to play. They don't like being taken lightly. So the kids do a really, really good job.
Can you describe the feeling when you saw Alex score that last goal?
I was just telling my wife, emotions were all over the place. I was on the track. I think I'm soaking wet. I was on the track with my head down. It was just unbelievable when that thing went in, and one of my coaches came and picked me up and gave me a big hug, and it was just like it just became real that this team, we've been saying it all year that these guys are good enough to run with anybody, and we've proved it. So I think that's the feeling as it was, is complete elation.
And what'd you think of Alex's game tonight? Obviously, he had the big one, but he also had 3 other goals.
What we did is we took him from midfield and actually put him at attack. We thought we could match up a little bit better, which obviously proved true. I think he had at least 3 or 4 goals, 2 assists.
Finished with 4.
4 goals, 2 assists. I mean, it worked. So I think, I think Alex just played a wonderful game. He really stepped up, and he got everybody involved, and that's the thing. I mean, he didn't just ISO. He did when we needed it, but he didn't just ISO just because he wanted points. He really got the ball to the guys, and I mean, in hockey they have the second assist or whatever. It was kind of the thing where Alex would draw his guy, and it would go at least 2 or 3 more passes, but we'd get a goal on the backside, and it's one of those things where he really needed to do. And Chandler and Blake and Parker and Jake Roach, they all played really, really well together. And Nick Schrader, especially, our clear guy. They just play really well together, and you can just tell when they're out there. They know where each other are going to be, and they do a really, really good job. So I'm just really, really proud of these guys.
Is it a little too early to start looking ahead to state, or do you start thinking about that soon? Just enjoy this one for a while?
It's got to be in the back of our mind. I think I'm going to give them tomorrow off just to kind of bumps and bruises, kind of heal them up, but then we're just going to get at it. We're going to get at it, and really, we don't care who we play, because you have to go through everybody. You got to go through the best teams to get there. So, we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to kind of, take it in stride and really get down to business, probably starting Friday.
All right.